You find me today on the Hope Valley line. I've started my journey at Chinley railway station and the aim is to get to Romiley, but there's two things that are interesting about today's journey. First of all, the three railway stations between Chinley and Romiley I have not been to before, so I'm really excited to see these three railway stations. And also, during filming this video, Stockport is closed for engineer work, so TransPennine Express services are being diverted by New Mill Central. Focusing on the line between Chinley and Romiley, there are three stations I haven't yet visited: New Mill Central, Strines and Marple. Marple and New Mill Central are often listed as opening in 1865, with Strines opening in 1866. Some sources, though, suggest New Mill Central only opened for freight in 1865, with passenger services beginning in 1867, so the date remains a little uncertain. Before we catch our first train, there is a question I do want to ask about the Hope Valley line. So it starts in Sheffield, but where does it actually end? I have heard it ends at Chinley, New Mill South Junction, Hazel Grove and Manchester Piccadilly. So if you do know where it actually officially ends, feel free to comment down below, because I would love to do a video in the future on the Hope Valley line. But for now, we're catching the 0954 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and the first station we are going to, I'm really excited to visit this railway station, New Mill Central. So we have now made it to the first railway station we're stopping off at today. This is New Mill Central. And honestly, first impressions to see this railway station for the first time. This station is absolutely impressive and I really do like it. This station is also carted to the cliffside above the River Goyt. On platform 1 it does have a lovely station building which I do like, and that is an impressive station building. It also has a footbridge linking two platforms together, but unfortunately that footbridge is currently out of use at the moment. At the east end of the railway station it does have a lovely single box, and at the west end of the railway station it does have a turnback siding, because there are some trains that do terminate here from Manchester Piccadilly, like that Class 150 diesel multi-unit which is right behind me, which is going to Manchester Piccadilly very shortly. When this railway station was opened, it was named New Mills. Until 1952, it was renamed to New Mill Central, because this is one of two stations in New Mills. The other station is New Mills Newtown on the Buxton line. It was also a junction station for the Hayfield branch, which opened in 1868 but closed in 1970. You can actually walk that line, and that's part of the Set Valley Trail. But there is something that I do want to walk right now, and I have seen many YouTubers doing this, the Tours Millennium Walkway. I do want to take a look at it right now, so I'm going to leave the station. So before I leave the station to have a look at the Millennium Walkway, I've just noticed something at the east end of the railway station, some tunnel portals. One tunnel portal is still in active use because that's where trains go towards Chinley, but the other one is actually disused because that tunnel portal is actually for the former Hayfield branch line. But honestly, those tunnel portals, they really do look impressive. When they said that station was carted to the cliffs above the River Goyt, they weren't lying. The River Goyt is now currently on my right, and the railway station is just on my left. But honestly, and that road that I just went down, that was absolutely steep. Unfortunately, I do have to go back up that road, but right ahead of me is where I want to go. And honestly, it looks impressive already. This is the part of the Millennium Walkway that I wanted to see. Sometimes when you see this on YouTube, it does not give it justice. But when you see it in person, oh my god, this is absolutely beautiful. I do recommend coming to the Millennium Walkway, it's just absolutely stunning. I wish I could be here all day, but unfortunately I've got a train to catch and I've got to get back to the railway station. Unfortunately though, I've also got to climb a big hill as well. So I got back to the railway station. My train has pulled in a pair of Class 150 diesel multiple units. This is the 1128 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, which starts at New Mill Central. And I need to be on this train because this is the only train that stops at the next railway station, Strines. So we're going to be departing very shortly and let's head to the next railway station.
We're now approaching Chinley.
So we have now made it to the next railway station we're stopping off at today, and this railway station is also home to the railway children. This is Strines. Strines is an unstaffed northern station with basic facilities, and honestly, it's actually a cute unstaffed railway station. It has benches, bins, dot matrix screens, help points and waiting shelters, but those waiting shelters are really cosy and are actually made out of stone as well. This waiting shelter, even though it does look cosy inside, you can also hear an echo in here as well. Pacers! I don't know if you heard that or not. There is also access to get from platform 1 to platform 2, but you have to go under a railway bridge, and even then, if you're a disabled access person, those ramps, they really do look steep, to be honest. Even though this station is disabled access friendly, I don't think it personally is. At one point, this railway station did used to have a 2-hour service frequency, but now it's got an hourly service frequency. And this station, when it became unstaffed in 1973, did used to have station buildings, but sadly, those station buildings have long since gone. But I have noticed something interesting about this railway station. When I started my journey this morning in Chinley, it was actually in Derbyshire, and when I'm going to Romiley, it's in Greater Manchester. And this station actually straddles the border between Greater Manchester and Derbyshire. 25% of this railway station is in Derbyshire and 75% of this railway station is in Greater Manchester. When I got off the train at Strines, I was actually in Greater Manchester, but I'm going to head back to the other platform now, wait for the next train, the 12:33 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and the next station we'll go to is Marple. So we have now made it to the penultimate station we're stopping off at today. This is Marple. Like the two other railway stations, Marple is also a cute station, but on a different scale. The station buildings on the platform date from the 1970s, which are still nice, to be honest. The footbridge is a bit modern, but the footbridge is disabled access friendly with lifts. But I love how the lift shafts are actually incorporated into the railway station. So Marple Station, first time being here, I actually really do like this railway station. At one point there was also a connection with this railway station and a famous writer, Agatha Christie, because she used to pass through this railway station to head to London. One day, rumours has it that the train stopped here. And it stopped here for so long, she looked at the station sign when it said Marple, and that's how she got the inspiration for Miss Marple. But you don't have to be a fictional detective to figure it out that it wasn't true, because that was actually named after a hall. I think it was Marple Hall or Abley Hall. I can't remember which one, to be honest. However, though, there is a big billboard on platform 1, Agatha Christie in the North. And I do recommend reading that billboard because it's quite interesting. And it also has a picture of how Marple railway station used to look like as well. So we have seen plenty of TransPennine Express Class 185 diesel multiple units, But there is a mystery. I'm going to answer this one right now. Where is East Midlands Railway? Because they do run out of Stockport and onto the Hope Valley line. East Midlands Railway started their services at Sheffield. To be honest, what I'm about to say right now is controversial, but Northern have been geniuses, yes. Quite shockingly, Northern have done something genius, even though some people don't like Northern. Because why East Midlands Railway can't serve Manchester Piccadilly, they've actually helped them out by running an express service from Manchester Piccadilly to Sheffield, calling it no stations en route, a fast service. But we shall be leaving Marple now on the 1336 Northern service to Manchester Piccadilly, and it's about time we head to Romiley, our final station. I've almost forgot, and I know you've been shouting at me about this. Marple had 2 stations. Passing Marple Wharf Junction reminded me of a short branch line to Rosehill Marple, once part of the Macclesfield, Bonington and Marple Railway. Beyond Rosehill Marple, the line's long since closed and now disused, but I've already covered that with TransPennine, so do check that video out. So we have now reached the final railway station. We're stopping off at Romiley, and Romiley is also one of my favourite stations on this route. But also, the stations we've visited today have also been wonderful and had character as well. My first time stopping off at those 3 railway stations, and those 3 railway stations did not disappoint. And the Hope Valley does have some wonderful scenery as well, but to be honest, the scenery from Chinley to Romiley also had some wonderful scenery as well. But if you want to carry the journey from Romiley to Guy Bridge, the video is popping up on screen right now. Feel free to give that a click. The people on screen now, YouTube channel members, Patreon supporters, thank you for supporting the channel. I've been SimOnTrains and hope to see you next railway station so we can share a new journey together. Thanks for watching.